Brian Chrisman, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to our WGFS local high school baseball doubleheader. This is the front end, the day cap, so to speak, of the doubleheader from Riverside Park. This afternoon it is the Newton Rams against the Mustangs of Meadowcreek High School, and a very important sub-region game here for the Newton Rams. The only loss the Rams have in the sub so far in 1997 to these very same Mustangs. It was up at Meadowcreek, and they'll look to avenge that loss here this afternoon. Later on tonight, Bill Dolan brings you play-by-play from Eastside High School. It'll be the Eagles and the Blue Devils of Elbert County. A rare doubleheader of baseball action this afternoon. Don't you miss out. Plenty of baseball action coming up straight ahead. This is Ram Baseball. First up, though, from Riverside Park. And again, good afternoon and welcome to some baseball action. My name is Kevin Holden. I'll be bringing you play-by-play of the Rams and Mustangs here this afternoon. Mustangs first up against Jeremy Johnson. Here's the lineup that they will send to the plate. Jeff Benton, the pitcher, will lead it off. Tommy Rinaldi is in center field. He'll hit second. Adam Foster is the designated hitter, batting third. Matthew McMillan catches and bats cleanup. Kenny McMillan, the shortstop, will hit fifth. Jason Whitfield bats sixth. He is in left field. John Michael Edsel is in right field. He'll be batting seventh. Alan Stubblefield at second base hits eighth. And rounding out the order is Brian Heck, the first baseman. For the Rams defensively, around the infield, it's Ryan Moon at third, Matt Easterday at short, Brandon Smith at second, Stephen Hires at first. Nothing new about that look, and nothing new really about the outfield look. Jeremy Johnson, or make that Jarvis Johnson, in left field, Harry Gilstrap in center, and Doyle Baker out in right. Lane Floyd with the cannon down to second base. He's behind the plate. Jeremy Johnson on the mound. He's been the one man who has gotten hitters out most consistently for this Ram team in 1997. Been a bit of a surprise for this Ram team, and they'll certainly take it. And he will go to the hill against the Mustangs here this afternoon. Jeff Benton, the first man up. As a conference on the mound as the Rams get set here to try to run their sub-region record to 8-1. They're now 7-1. 4 games left in the 97 regular season. And, of course, a lot more at stake this year if you are the first-place team in your sub-region. We'll get into that a little more detail here as the game goes along. First of all, though, Jeremy Johnson set to deal to Jeff Benton, and here's the first pitch of the afternoon. Swung on it, line, base hit to left field, past Ryan Moon, down the left field line. Over to get it is Jarvis Johnson. Stopping at first is Benton. Takes his cruise around first base there, and the Meadowcreek pitcher leads it off with a base hit. So the Mustangs, who, as we mentioned, beat the Rams up at Meadowcreek, starting off good here in the first inning. They'll bring up Tommy Rinaldi. This year, a little different look in the playoffs for Region 8 Quad A. Johnson to the belt. Rinaldi set to dig in, swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. Rinaldi holds his arms out, way out over the plate, almost like he's trying to get hit by an inside pitch. Took a very odd uppercut swing at the first offering. Johnson, the lob toss to first base. Jeff Benton is back in. If you haven't seen Jeremy Johnson pitch, it's certainly a pleasure to watch him work. Sidearm right-hander again goes to first, and again Benton back in standing up. Johnson using a variety of speeds and fixing locations very well. Very few high school pitchers with the command of the strike zone that Johnson has. The off-speed may have checked his swing. They will check the base umpire who says he did not go around. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnson an inside offering, and Rinaldi almost went around on that pitch, almost in self-defense. A balk has been called here on Jeremy Johnson. And apparently he put the baseball behind his back, came to a stop, and then started again. It's a very odd call, but called against Johnson here, and so Benton will move up to second base with no one out here in the first inning. So Rinaldi will be way out there over the inside half of the plate. Kind of takes a half swing at this one, grounds it on one hop to Easterday. He's going to go to third, and they got the man there. Nice job by Easterday, checking to get the leading lady, 6'5" at third base for the first out. Rinaldi will be safe at first here, but Matt Easterday with good defense out there. So now a man at first and 1 out, and that's where that sharp defense up the middle helps you out quite a bit. Easterday, instead of trying to go for that out at first base, which would have been a tough one, but for that man at third, Rinaldi took several just half swings at the ball. Here's Adam Foster. He chops one foul. Clean play by Joe Brassfield down the third baseline. Foster DHing for Meadowcreek's third baseman Chad Mullen. Meadowcreek comes in with a record of 4-5 in sub-region play. Stretch by Johnson and his offering. In the dirt, Floyd with a good stop. keeping Rinaldi at first base. 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnson will again check, go to first base, where Rinaldi is back in diving. 4 teams from Division A and Division B will make the playoffs this year in Region A Quad A, as Johnson's offering bounced up the middle. Easterday dives, can't get it, it's into center field. That's a base hit for Adam Foster. Foster lining one cleanly up the middle, putting 2 on here with only 1 out. Back to the playoff atmosphere and how we're starting to gear up for that playoff atmosphere. The reason why we're gearing up, Riverside Park could possibly be a host site for the Region 8 Quad A tournament. Now, when was the last time that took place? Not in any of our recent memories. But what takes place this year is the first place team from Division A and Division B will host the 2 sites of the region tournament. Matthew McMillan, right-handed batter, swinging at the first pitch and fouling it off 0-1. And they will play a crossover format in which the 2nd and 4th place teams from the opposite division will come over. For example, if the Rams are the number 1 team in 8 Quad A Division B, which right now, if the season ended, they would be the number 1 seed, they would host their side of the tournament. Johnson the stretch, and the pitch swung on and bounced toward Easterday at short. Good play. He'll flip to second for 1. The throw to first, not in time. Deep play in the hole by Easterday. And a good throw to second base to nail Foster. Advancing to third on the play, though, is Rinaldi, so first and third with 2 down. For the Rams being the number 1 seed, if they can maintain that, they'll host 1/2 of this region tournament. And the number 1 and number 3 seeds from Division B will come here to Riverside Park, along with the number 2 and 4 seeds from Division A. So a couple of the region foes, but not sub-region foes, will cross over and play in that region tournament. This one in the dirt, it's back behind Floyd. Here comes the runner on the throw. The tag cannot be made. Johnson had the ball fall out of his mitt down the first baseline. And so on the wild pitch, Rinaldi will come across, and the Mustangs with the early 1-0 lead here. Floyd just couldn't bounce in front of that one. Johnson threw that ball with some break to it, and when it hit the dirt, it stayed down. It did not bounce up at all for Lane Floyd. So Matthew McMillan in scoring position, and Kenny McMillan, namesake, looking to drive him in and increase the Mustang lead here. It's now 1-0. There's a swing and a hard bouncer. They're testing Easterday today. He's got it. High throw. Hires off the bag and got it. Stephen Hires at first base, having to jump to take the throw, but he tags out McMillan. That's the 3rd out for the Mustangs, but not before they put 1 across on 2 hits. No Newton Ram errors. There was 1 wild pitch causing the run to score. 1 man was left on base. We have played half an inning from Riverside Park at Newton High School. The Mustangs with the early lead on the Rams, 1-0. This is Newton Ram baseball, part of our local high school baseball doubleheader this afternoon on WGFS AM 1430.
See your auto owner's agent. They are people just like you. There to guide us, standing by us, strong in every...
And we are back from Riverside Park at Newton High School. Welcome to Newton Ram baseball. Jarvis Johnson will lead it off here for the Rams in the bottom half of the first inning. Meadowcreek with the early 1-0 lead. Jeff Benton will face the Rams here, the right-hander. Pulls his shirt sleeve all the way up. You can see his muscle all the way up to the shoulder there. Apparently gets that shirt sleeve out of the way, brings home the first offering. Johnson bunting, but it's back to the screen foul. Trying to shake up that defense in the early going. Not a bad plan there by the Newton Rams. After Jarvis Johnson, we will see third baseman Ryan Moon hitting second. Terry Gilstrap in center field bats third, and Lane Floyd, the cleanup man at catcher, his usual spot. Stephen Hires at first base will hit fifth. The wind and the 0-1 offering. That's in the dirt low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Matt Easterday is the number 6 man. He's at shortstop. Doyle Baker in right field bats 7th. Brandon Smith, a big game-winning home run. What I understand from him about a week ago, batting 8th. Josh Millwood rounds out the order. He's DHing. That pitch all the way back to the screen, 2-1. Jeff Benton has a very odd delivery to home plate, kind of a herky-jerky motion, but coming out of that motion throws very hard. 2-1 offering on the way. Fastball swung on and belted to left center field. This one could fall in, but over and jumping to make the play is Jason Whitfield, and that is out number 1. Whitfield Looked like that ball fooled him, and he had to jump to make the play. Kind of a brisk afternoon this afternoon at Riverside Park. Not much wind blowing, but the temperatures stayed kind of cold throughout the day. You probably won't see the balls flying off the bats like you would later in a year. Here's Ryan Moon. Righty versus righty, takes the first pitch just outside, ball one. Rams with some big wins over the last week as they beat the Brookwood Broncos in extra innings, did the same with the Cedar Shoals Jaguars. That was Friday. That's a strike call on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. In between, a win over the Eagles of Collins Hill. In the line, here's the 1-1. That one almost hit Moon. Slow off-speed pitch that tried to break back and catch the inside corner, but couldn't quite. 2-1 for the Ram third baseman. Rams' next game will be at Duluth against the Wildcats. There's a swing and a two-hopper to shortstop. Kenny McMillan, a clean play and throw, and he gets Moon for the second out. Ryan Moon bouncing out in 2 swings and 2 outs here for the Newton Rams in the first. And here's Kerry Gilstrap. What a story this young man has been in 1997. Started the 1997 season in left field, batting very low in the batting order. But as the season has progressed, he has moved steadily higher in the order until he is now the number 3 hitter, a crucial 2-out hit against Cedar Shoals Friday, and hit his share of home runs as well. Only a sophomore. He digs in, takes a look at the first pitch, a curveball, and caught the outside corner for strike 1. Rams can pin the hopes of 1998 and 99's baseball seasons on this young man. Wind and the pitch, it's low. Bill Dolan out at Eastside High School will be giving us play-by-play of Eastside against Elbert County tonight. Scheduled for a 7 o'clock start, but you know how these games go. That one inside. Ball 2 on the fastball. Jeff Benton of the Mustangs trying to knock out the Rams for what would be the second time this year. Set by McMillan. Here's the pitch. Bounce toward the second baseman Stubblefield. Nice play on a hard ground ball. He throws to first, and the Rams quietly retired. Here in the bottom half of the first inning. Nothing doing for them. We've played an inning, and the Meadowcreek Mustangs lead the Newton Rams 1-0. You are listening to Newton Ram Baseball, first half of our exciting high school baseball doubleheader this afternoon on WGFS AM 1430. Riverside Park at Newton High School. Jason Whitfield on the first pitch. Bounces one to Ryan Moon. His throw pulls Stephen Hires off the first base bag, so Whitfield has reached here to start the second inning for the Mustangs, bringing up John Michael Betzel. And after Betzel, it'll be Alan Stubblefield and then Brian Heck. And at first base now, and no one out. That was a tough play for Ryan Moon to make. He bobbled it out there at third base, so we'll give Whitfield a base hit. Go to first base. He's back in safely. Second inning of baseball action here at Riverside Park. Glad you could join us this afternoon. 14 innings of it for you here today. Maybe more. Play an extra inning game. Knock on wood. Outside on the first pitch to Betzel, ball 1. And for Jeremy Johnson, very important for him to establish his control early in the game. Try to hit that outside corner and mix it up. Hit it perfectly there. Runner going to second base. The throw and the tag not in time. A stolen base by Whitfield. And you can't fault Matt Easterday for not applying that tag. Not trying to tag out Whitfield. He certainly came back on a throw that was up the third base side of the tag. Came back and did his best to tag out Whitfield. Did not. Betzel will try again. There's a swing and a bouncer down the first baseline. That's a foul ball. A ball and strikes to the Mustang right fielder. Whitfield will go back to second base, a single and a stolen base. Start the inning. The Mustangs scoring 1 in the first. Rinaldi reaching on a fielder's choice, advancing on Adam Foster's base hit. Matthew McMillan tapped out. That's Rinaldi up to third. Then the wild pitch brought Rinaldi across. Stretch by Johnson. He brings home the 1-2. A little bit inside, and Lane Floyd diving over there, keeping that ball in front. Betzel, big burly left-handed batter. Looks like he could take one out of here. Taking a look at second is Jeremy Johnson. The pitch swinging a tapper back to the screen. Betzel just got a piece of that outside pitch, so a good piece of two-strike hitting there. Next baseball action on WGFS will be Wednesday. It will be the Eastside Eagles in action at home. Final regular season broadcast for Eastside for WGFS. We've enjoyed covering them in their first varsity baseball season, given us some reasons to be impressed. And of course, from this point forward, we'll be covering those two varsity baseball and football and basketball programs here on WGFS. Swinging the tapper toward the second baseman, Smith has it cleanly and the throw to first in time. That will move Whitfield over to third base. Brandon Smith getting down on the ball and retiring Edsel. And with one down and that man at third, here's Stubblefield. Shows you the importance of an aggressive game early on, as Whitfield has stolen second and it has given them an extra base, given the Mustangs an extra base. Now the Rams have to play the infield in at the corners. On the bouncer to Brandon Smith, you might even see a double play there. It was a pretty hard-hit ball. Could have seen a 4-6-3, but the stolen base not only takes away the double play, but gives the Meadowcreek Mustangs a pretty good chance to come across with a run here. That pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnson picking up speed. Strikeout batters on everything. Live fastball to an Ephus pitch. Dean Floyd gives the signal. Line. And Johnson's delivery. Going outside. Floyd, good stop there. 2 balls, 1 strike. You're listening to Ram Baseball on WGFS, AM 1430, our live play-by-play broadcast here from Riverside Park this afternoon. Ryan Moon is in at third base, and Stephen Heyer's in at first. Righty versus righty. Here Johnson 2-0 offering, swung on and bounced toward Easterday. That'll get the run home. No, Easterday decides to come home. He's safe. And safe at first base, Alan Stubblefield. So Matt Easterday, who made the smart decision in the first inning, going to third base to retire the lead lady there, this time kind of a hurried throw to home plate. I'm surprised he made that throw. I thought he would make it toward first base. It's not an error, but Whitfield does come across on the throw. And a fielder's choice is how Stubblefield reaches here with 1 down. So 2-0 Mustangs. And once again in trouble against Meadowcreek. Here's a swing and a bouncer again toward Easterday. He'll go to first. Pulls Heyers off the bag, but Heyers applying the tag as the throw was to the home plate side. And Stubblefield will advance to second base. So on the ground out, another man in scoring position here. That one not hit hard enough to be a double play ball. This Meadowcreek Mustang team tries to put the bat on the ball, make contact, and make the defense do the work. I like the idea. Not trying too much to hit those home runs. Jeff Benton, the leadoff man, jokes up about 2 or 3 inches on the bat. Stretched by Johnson, his first offering to Benton. That's a strike called at the knees on the outside corner. Benton singled his first time. He's retired 6-5 at third base later in the inning. There's some odd neon-colored batting gloves. That would be distracting if I was a pitcher. Stretch and pitch. That is rolled past Ryan Moon. Base hit left field. They're going to send the runner. Johnson's throw is on the way. It's up the line. Floyd makes the tag, and he is gone at home plate. Jarvis Johnson making the throw, brought it up the third base side. Perfect timing for Lane Floyd to make the play and apply the tag. So a single, but out 7-2 at home plate is Stubblefield, and that is out number 3. Jarvis Johnson helps the Ram cause, but Meadowcreek comes across with another run on 2 hits. No errors, 1 man left on base. Meadowcreek has left a pair. They've scored a pair. It's 2-0 as we go to the bottom half of inning number 2. This is exciting Newton Ram baseball, part of our doubleheader of baseball action this afternoon on WGFS AM 1430. Bottom half of the second inning, Newton Ram baseball on WGFS. Lane Floyd leads it off, swings at a fastball and bounces it at home plate. Ball 1. After Floyd, Heyers, and then Easterday. Facing Jeff Benson, a man who has yet to give up a base runner to the Rams. Hurries his delivery to home plate, and it's a very quick arm motion, kind of deceptive. I think the first time through the order, the Rams will be very much fooled by this, something they haven't seen, I don't think, all year. Benton just kind of brings that arm out and throws deceptively early his delivery. Be facing Floyd here with that 0-1 count after the foul ball, the wind. And here's the 0-1 pitch, that time the off-speed curveball. That's a strike on the inside corner. Lane Floyd, big home run last week to win the Rams a game. Everybody chipping in, helping Newton out as they cruise through the sub-region. 0-2 pitch muscled up for the fastball. It's in the dirt, ball one. If it isn't Kerry Gilstrap picking up the big base hit against Cedar Shoals, it's Lane Floyd, or it's Brandon Smith hitting an extra inning home run against Brookwood, or Dustin Peck pitching a complete game and looking very good. Definitely is a team effort. Newton Ram baseball in 97. Swinging a high pop fly to center field. Rinaldi fooled by it. Now going way back near the track. Makes the catch, and there may be some air pockets out there in left center field, because that's the second time now that a Meadowcreek Mustang outfielder has had trouble with a fly ball, been fooled by something out there. But he did make the catch, Rinaldi did, for the first out. Now Stephen Hires. Hires, after separating his shoulder, came back very quickly, much more quickly than any of us would have anticipated. We're definitely happy to see him back. He takes the first one outside. Since he's been back, has not lost a step at all. Hasn't missed a beat. Rams have to be pleased with that. Benton's wind and his offering. That one just missing outside. Hires up here 2-0. Joe Brassfield is down the line for the Newton Rams at third. Stanley Allen down the line at first. Oh, ball three. Good fastball from Benton, but did not miss by much, but it did miss. One more wide one. Rams would have their first base runner of the afternoon. On deck is Easterday. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That's a called strike. Somewhere around the outside corner. I think with a 1-1 count, you may not see that called a strike, but 3-0, usually you get the automatic strike one. Benton works very quickly, brings home the 3-1 pitch, swinging a high pop fly right side. Giving chase is Heck and Bedsole. They'll watch that one fall just beyond the right field fence. Foul. Running the count full at 3-2. Just a reminder that you're looking maybe for satisfying some hunger to go along with your baseball action tonight. The Hard Luck Cafe Wing Ding inning will be the bottom half of the third. You'll have a chance to win 100 hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. Little Red Building out on the street. Hires taking one just a little bit inside, ball four. That's a close pitch and a tough one to take, 3-2, but Hires, with the disciplined eye, takes first base. And so with the base runner, we'll see what Easterday and Baker can do with him. At Easterday, who struggled through the first part of the sub-region play, has picked it up of recent times, hit a big home run last week. He will dig in here. Go to first base. Diving back in there is Hires, and look for the Newton Rams to do exactly what Meadowcreek did in the top half of this inning, and that's to try to do something with that base runner Hires. Hires going towards second almost, and nearly picked off, but dives back in. Jeff Benton, smart on that move to first base, as he saw Hires take that little hop out towards second and immediately turned to throw. Rams take very aggressive leads on the base pass. You like to see that. Stretch, and the delivery, that one almost hits Easterday inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. That Easterday's got to feel like he has a target on that shoulder. Been hit several times this year around the shoulder and the upper back, and almost got hit there again. Stretch and the pitch, swinging a bouncer toward the shortstop, Kenny McMillan. He'll go to second for one. That's all they'll get. Slow hit ground ball. And credit Stephen Hires as well, going hard into second base and making sure Stubblefield would not get a throw off to first. So they retire Hires, but Easterday is safe at first. 2 down. Here's Doyle Baker. Baker, the right fielder, also pitched a great game against the Jaguars of Cedar Shoals. He has contributed in the field, on the mound, and at the plate. That's a big base hits for the Rams in sub-region play. Here he takes one that didn't miss by very much, but it did. Ball one. Brassfield going through a set of signs down at first base. You wonder with 2 outs what he may be conveying to his base runner. Nobody out or 1 out, you might see the Rams with a play on, but not with 2 down. Throw to first base. Easterday will dive back in. With the instruction of Stanley Allen down there. Pitch to Baker is inside with the fastball. Count is run to 2 balls and no strikes. Meadowcreek with a run in the first, another run in the second. Rams have a little bit of revenge on their mind here this afternoon. Up at Meadowcreek when these two teams met. The Rams losing. There's a throw to first base that gets down the right field line. Easterday around second. He's going to head for 3. The throw is a little offline, and Easterday diving into third base using the hook dive slide into third base as he takes the hand and kind of hooks the bag and goes around it. Nice job there by the Rams shortstop as he advances from first to third. That's an error probably on the pitcher because that throw was into the base runner. First baseman tried his best to come up with that, but could not. So now a different situation with Easterday at third. Baker swings and bounces one towards shortstop. McMillan, clean play and throw, and a good stretch by Brian Heck as they retire Doyle Baker. So the errant pickoff throw is to no avail as Easterday is stranded at third. No runs, no hits, 1 error, but that man stranded at third base. We played 2 innings moving very quickly here at Riverside Park. With your score 2-0, the Mustangs lead our Newton Ram. It is Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430.
Next time you take it.
AM 1430 WGFS. We're glad you're back with us at Riverside Park. Unfortunately, if you're a Newton Ram fan, we can't give you good news from the scoreboard. It's 2-0 Mustangs. And the Mustangs will hit in the third, trying to increase that lead. Tommy Rinaldi, Adam Foster, and Matthew McMillan, the 3 men do up. And Johnson backs Rinaldi away with the first offering, 1 ball, no strikes. Tommy Rinaldi, who hangs way out over the plate with those arms. Backed off on that first offering. Now Johnson goes back outside, misses there, 2-0. Not a bad idea from Jeremy Johnson, working the inside part, then going back outside. Rinaldi maybe thinking the inside corner. Wind and the 2-0 pitch bounced on 2 hops toward Moon. Clean play there. Fires across, and again, Hires off the bag, applies the tag. So, tell you what, I think Easterday and Moon should be treating Stephen Hires to some dinner after this game, as he has bailed them out of probably 3 or 4 different jams with tagging runners on throws away from first base. That'll be the first out. Here's Adam Foster. Foster with a single last time. Clean one up the middle. 1 of 4 base hits by the Mustangs in 2 1/3 inning. Jeremy Johnson winds, deals that slow curveball, tantalizing it, and catches that outside corner for strike 1. If you're a right-handed batter, that's one of the toughest pitches to hit. Slow curve starts inside and breaks outside. That slow curve hit him, though. That one did not break, and it hit him right square in the wallet. Foster's okay. Got a little bulk back there, so not to worry about too much pain from that. He's at first base here with 1 down. Foster chuckling as he looks at his first base coach. I guess if you're going to get hit, that's the place to do it. But he's there with 1 down. Foster will tentatively take that lead away from first base. Maybe standing up the rest of this game. Stretch and pitch. It's up high, ball 1. Not a bad first pitch if you're looking for something from the runner at first base. Lane Floyd was up in position to throw on that. Matthew McMillan reaching on a fielder's choice and a throw to first base where Foster back in. Johnson hoping his teammates can give him some run support this afternoon. Rams could run their record to 8-1 in the sub-region. Swinging a high pop fly to center field. Harry Gilstrap drifts under it, and he's got it. And that's out number 2. McMillan with the harmless pop-up there for the second out, and here is Kenny McMillan. Kenny McMillan bounced out to Easterday. They tested him very early on in this game in the first 2 innings. McMillan did that to end the first inning. Up again with 2 down here in the third. Remember, the bottom half of the third inning, the Hard Luck Cafe Wing Ding inning. Got a chance to win yourself some hot wings. There's a swing and another bouncer. Clean play, Joe Brassfield. How about it? Right there in front of the third base dugout of the Newton Rams. That's one of the better fielding coaches in all of Region 8 Quad A right there. We'll put him up against anybody. Stretch and the offering. This one bounced on a hop. A weak one to Johnson. He's got it. Bob tosses one to first base. It's like he threw Hires a curveball, but Hires made the play, and that's out number 3. No runs, no hits for the Mustangs here in the third. One man left on base, hit by a pitch, and stays at first. Wing-ding inning coming up. Your score is 2-0. The Meadowcreek Mustangs lead the Newton Rams. It is Newton Ram baseball, the first half of our high school baseball doubleheader this afternoon on WGFS AM 1430. We're back from Riverside Park, Newton High School. Look out, it's the wing-ding inning from WGFS AM 1430. And first up in the Hard Luck Cafe wing-ding inning as the Rams try to bounce back from the 2-0 deficit is Brandon Smith. And if you think this young man isn't capable of hitting a home run, you should have heard what happened about 10 days ago when Smith drove one deep in extra innings to beat the Brookwood Broncos. What a proud moment for Brandon Smith. He struggled with the bat early in the year, but that home run kind of a breaking out party for him. And he digs in here and bats for Rene Bruce of Mansfield, Georgia. First pitch to him, back to the screen, ball 1. Rene Bruce, our first contestant in the Hard Luck Cafe wing-ding inning. Chance to win 100 hot wings from the Hard Luck Cafe. Tell you how it works in just a moment. Outside and low on the 1-0 offering, so Benton behind the number 9 hitter, 2-0. Put your name, address, and phone number on a 3x5 note card or some kind of entry and get it to WGFS. Drop it by our studios is one way you can get it to us. We're at 1151 Hendrick Street. That's in downtown Covington. 2-0 pitch is low with the fastball, 3-0. You can also mail it to us, the wing-ding inning, care of WGFS, P.O. Box 869, Covington, 30210. This takes a strike right down the pipe, 3-1. Also, bring it to the Hard Luck Cafe. You can even fax us your entry at 784-9892. Basically, if you just get it in the hands of myself or Bill Dolan, we'll get you in the wing-ding inning. 3-1 is low, ball 4. Sorry, Rene Bruce. Brandon Smith thinking more for the base on balls than the home run. He's at first with no one out. Josh Millwood, next man up to the plate. He will bat for Ronnie Lowry of Covington. Well, Ronnie, I can tell you this much. Millwood has some power to right center. We've seen him hit some doubles, but haven't seen him take the ball out of the yard. You never know. Throw to first base close, but Smith is back in, taking a big lead over there as the Rams looking to be aggressive here against the Mustangs, needing those runs. They still are without a base hit. Another throw to first, again close, but again he's back. They have been fooled by Jeff Benton. Stretch, and the right-hander deals. It is low with the fastball, so an even up count, 1-1. No wind blowing out here, so any home run that's hit will be not wind aided, which means it'll be a true shot, and that means that somebody here will be earning some hot wings if they win them. Inside pitch, snap throw to first base. Smith gets back in time. High and inside, and looked like may have been a purpose pitch to get the Mustang catcher, Matthew McMillan, up and in position for the throw to first. But Smith is back. 2 balls, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the third. Ronnie Lowry hoping he can win 100 hot wings for first base. And again, Smith is back in. We draw 1 contestant for every batter that hits during the wing-ding inning. If that batter happens to hit a long shot, contestant, pick up those hot wings. Swinging a number towards second base. Won't be hit hard enough for 2. They will get 1, though, at first base. Millwood is out, 4-3. You have to like this fact that he's able to advance the runner. Moving him up to second, he was not an intentional sacrifice, but Millwood did move the man up, so a man in scoring position with 1 down. Jarvis Johnson steps up, and he is batting for Don Autry of Social Circle. Hope that Don Autry might be our first winner. Still haven't had a winner. Last year we went all the way to the playoffs without a winner. We don't need to have that happening this year. Johnson swings, bounces 1 again towards second. It's Stubblefield. Slow grounder, going to have to hurry. They did get him. Jarvis Johnson made that a close play over there at first base. So another ground out, 4-3 in your scorebook, and another base that Brandon Smith advances. He's at third now with 2 down. Ryan Moon will dig in. He bats for Chris Bridges of Oxford, Georgia. I think that's what that card read. That's exactly who it is. Chris Bridges, our contestant in the wing-ding inning. The line. I Benton in his delivery, swinging a number over by the first base dugout. Meadowcreek coach takes care of that one and disposes of it, 0-1. Boone bounced out to shortstop Kenny McMillan his first time. Meadowcreek with 2 runs on 4 hits. Newton Rams runless and hitless. They're also errorless, which is a good thing. Meadowcreek has committed 1 error that almost led to a run. Rams with goose eggs across. Boone hoping to break that and take care of any goose eggs in the pantry of Chris Bridges, who would have plenty of hot wings and maybe would share them with radio-type folk, perhaps. Now, low and outside on the off-speed pitch. If they're going to say now he went around, they are. It's 0-2, and that drew a couple of groans from the Newton folks. They originally appeared he did not go around, but the home plate umpire motioned that he did. No balls and 2 strikes. The wind. Here's Benton's 0-2 delivery. Fastball is past the catcher, and here comes Smith. The throw will not be made, and the Rams have cut this lead in half. Brandon Smith coming across on the wild pitch, and he'll be greeted by all his teammates. They've been a little frustrated with the fact that they've not been able to handle Benton so far this afternoon. Brandon Smith helps to change that, and the Rams, technically, they steal a run here, making it 2-1. They didn't steal a base, but really they did kind of play agency baseball for this run. A walk, 2 ground outs, and a wild pitch. So without a hit, they score a run. Ryan Moon taking 1 outside, making it 2-2. Benton a little frustrated with himself. He was hoping to put Moon away and looks a little rattled out there after giving up the wild pitch to score the first Newton Ram run. Here's the 2-2 offering, and again it's low and outside, ball 3. So a full count here to Moon. Here we go, Strap on deck. And 2 down, the wing-ding inning. Chris Bridges hoping Moon takes a big cut at this pitch. He did, but he popped it up right side. That one's not gonna quite have the distance. Alan Stubblefield to make the catch right behind the infield for out number 3. So no winner in our wing-ding inning. We will probably have one more, I'd say in about 2 hours or so with Bill Dolan. We'll have another wing-ding inning in the Eastside Eagle game tonight. 1 run for the Rams on no hits, a walk and a couple of groundouts and a wild pitch leading to the run. No one left on base. We played 3 full innings. It is 2-1. Rams trail the Meadowcreek Mustangs from Riverside Park. Ram baseball on the front end of the baseball doubleheader on WGFS AM 1430. Of a 2-1 score, Jeremy Johnson brings home the off-speed pitch inside, ball 1. It's Whitfield, then John Michael Bedsole, and then Alan Stubblefield. 6, 7, and 8, 2 up for the Mustangs. Wind and the offering. Fastball didn't miss by much outside. 2-1. Jason Whitfield singled his first time up, came around to score on a throw from Matt Easterday, and kind of a ill-fated throw as he probably should have gone to first base. At least we could tell that from up here, but decided to try to go home to nail the runner and could not. Johnson deals outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Got 4 local high school baseball games this week, 2 of them today, 1 Wednesday and 1 Friday. There's a swing and a high pop fly into left field. That'll be probably out of play, and it is, as Jarvis Johnson watches it fall out beyond the left field fence. We'll count 3-2. Jeremy Johnson has settled down. He did give up a pair of singles in the first, 2 more of those in the second. Had a balk called on him. That did not come back to haunt him, as that runner was later retired on the bases. Inside, though, ball 4, and that is the first walk that Johnson has given up. It's one thing that he does have to his credit. Had not walked anyone before that one there to Whitfield. So 1 on and no 1 out, and if you want to walk anybody, don't walk the first man to bat in the inning. That comes back to haunt you way too much of the time. We talk a lot about the percentages of leadoff walks that come across to score as they throw to first base and almost throw it away. Pirates did salvage Johnson's throw, though. 55%, I think, is the standard number, but tell you what, if you've ever played baseball, it doesn't feel like 55. It feels more like 85. There's a swing and a bouncer back to the screen. 0-1 to John Michael Bedsole. He grounded out 4-3, second to first, 2 innings ago. No one has driven in a run yet at this game. I'll explain that to you in just a moment. There is an RBI in the scorebook, so the closest we have is a ground out. Throw to first base, and Whitfield is back in. Of the 3 runs that have scored, 2 have scored on wild pitches, and 1 scored on a ground ball to short where the throw came home. And I guess if you're a really tough scorer, you call that an error. So been no base hit or walk or anything like that that's driven in a run yet this afternoon. Whitfield leads away, and Johnson deals. Swing and a miss by Bedsole. He was fooled by that one and tailed away from the left-hander, 0-2. Jeremy Johnson, with tremendous movement, he can move the ball in or away from lefties or righties. That ball tailing away from a lefty, something that the left-handed batter isn't used to seeing. Bedsole, a very close stance. Takes a swing at this one, bounces it to Easterday, could be 2. They flip to second for 1. Smith throw to first, got him, double play. And nice job at first base by Stephen Hires. Had that ball right at shoestring level and made a good stop there. The 6-4-3 double play, and the first and second outs here of the 4th inning as the Rams erase the leadoff walk. And before Stubblefield hits, we want to tell you that parents are warned that many household products with inhalable fumes can cause brain damage or even death. Parents, teach your kids at an early age about these dangers. This message is from AJ's Energy-Saving Mobile Homes, reminding us that Conyers is a great place for everyone to work, shop, and live, and they're doing their part to keep it that way. That's AJ's Energy-Saving Mobile Homes. Here's a swing and a bouncer toward shortstop. Easterday, good stop and a good throw. And they nail Stubblefield at first base. So Meadowcreek with the leadoff walk, but nothing coming out of it. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Halfway home with your score, 2-1. Rams trailing the Meadowcreek Mustangs, and with the meat of the order coming up with a chance to come back. Front end of our baseball doubleheader, Newton Ram baseball on WGFS AM 1430. Rams will try to climb back into this one. They trail by 1 in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 2-1 your score. Kerry Gilstrap, Lane Floyd, and Stephen Hires are the 3 men responsible, hopefully, for a Ram rally here in the 4th. Kevin Holden bringing you play-by-play. Glad you're with us here from Riverside Park on the campus of Newton High School. We're just west of the city of Covington. Come down Brown Bridge Road if you'd like to see some exciting baseball action. Later tonight, go down the bypass to see some more exciting action involving the East Side Eagles. Gilstrap takes the first Jeff Benton offering for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Gilstrap is 0 for 1, having bounced out to the second baseman for Meadowcreek, Alan Stubblefield. Wind and the pitch. This time, Gilstrap pulled, swings and bounces one, and Joe Brassfield on the 2-hopper makes the play at third base. 0-2, the count to Gilstrap. Joe Brassfield further submits. And we rib him about the defensive thing. This has become a big joke to us up here. We want to see Newton represented well no matter who we're playing and no matter where we are. So having fine fielding coaches just contributes to it. And Joe Brassfield he's errorless today, folks. That's more than the Mustangs can say this afternoon. Outside with the fastball, making a ball and 2 strikes. Newton Rams are errorless, but they've only pushed 1 run across. Trail. Gary Gilstrap swings and pops one into right center field. This one will hang up there for Tommy Rinaldi, who is called off by John Michael Bedsole at the last minute. And Bedsole reaching up to make the play. It has been not a job, but an adventure for the outfielders for Meadowcreek here this afternoon. But Bedsole has made the catch, and that's the first out. And so Floyd, who lifted one high and deep to center field and kind of fooled Rinaldi last time, will be the hitter. And Meadowcreek, noting the way Floyd hit the ball last time, and Rinaldi makes the adjustment. First pitch is inside, ball 1. Interesting to watch the Mustang center fielder. He went trotting way out toward left center field. And then as the pitch was coming home, went 4 or 5 steps back towards center. There's a swing and a 2-hopper. High hop over the head of Stubblefield, base hit for Lane Floyd. Floyd got the benefit of perhaps a stone or maybe the lip of the infield grass there, as that was headed for Stubblefield, but hit something and bounced up over his head for a base hit. Floyd will take it. The Rams will take that break. They have a runner at first with one down. And it's the Rams' first hit of the afternoon. So we can get rid of all the jinxing kind of things. Benton did have the no-hitter going. He had walked a pair. One man had reached on a fielder's choice. But that is the first time the Rams have had a safety this afternoon. Hires takes one that didn't miss, perhaps a little bit high. Missed by much, ball one. Hires walked his first time, but was thrown out 6-4 at second base. To go to first base, Floyd diving back in, gets the uniform dirty. The rest of the Rams season looks like this. It's Duluth away on Wednesday, then the Shiloh Generals come calling to Riverside Park Friday. Here's a swing and a hard chopper towards short. They'll get one, and the throw to first base gets past the first baseman. The Hires will be safe there. It's a fielder's choice. Can't charge the error because you cannot assume the double play. But going very hard into second base was Lane Floyd, and it is probably Floyd's doing that the Mustangs were unable to turn that double play, because that was a very hard hit ground ball. Looked like Meadowcreek was going to turn two, but Floyd going in hard, and so Stubblefield unable to get a good throw off to first base. And little baseball. Like to see those little things done. That'll put another man at first. And they throw over again, and this one's down the right field line. Hires heads for second base. He'll probably stop there. That throw completely missed by the first baseman, Brian Heck. The throw was into the runner just a little bit. Meadowcreek has had their trouble with pickoff throws to first base, just as a few other Ram opponents in the sub-region have. So another man at second here for the Rams with two down. Yesterday, try to drive in the run. That's the potential tying run out there. Two down, though, so it will take a base hit to get him in. Yesterday, taking the first offering for ball one. That reached on a fielder's choice. On an errant pickoff throw, advanced to third, but was stopped there. Hires leads away, bird dog by the shortstop. Swing and a miss there by Easterday on the low fastball. 1-1. A tough pitch to go after and hit. Got so much room to cover. Go down and hit the low fastball. You've got to bring your arms all the way down to get that. And if it's coming in hard, it's a tough pitch to hit. Catcher sets up outside, gets it there, swinging a bouncer back to the pitcher. On a one-hopper, his throw to first base is in time. That retires Easterday and the Rams. Here in the fourth, no runs, one hit, one error, but a man left at second base, and so the Rams. Top half of the fifth inning from Riverside Park, Newton High School. Jeremy Johnson goes into the line. Brian Heck has dug in and has taken a cut at the first pitch and missed, 0-1. After Heck, it's Jeff Benton and then Tommy Rinaldi. 2-1 is your score. Mustangs lead the Rams. They scored one in the first and one in the second. Johnson deals in the check swing. Heck fouls it back off the right side on the excuse me swing. He's in a hole here, 0-2. Mustang first baseman bounced out to Easterday at short. Easterday playing pretty deep out there. Line to the 0-2 pitch, almost hit him with the slow off-speed pitch that didn't break. 1-2 strikes. Lane Floyd going through another set of signals. Graham Hurler has gone the entire way, giving up only 4 hits. Here's his pitch, swung on and popped up right side. Could be trouble. Brandon Smith goes out, falls off the other fielders and makes the catch. Route number 1. Nice to see your second baseman take charge there. Brandon Smith calling off both Baker and Hires to make the play. One down, here's Benton. He's been a blazer for the Mustangs here, having reached base twice, both via singles. Has something with that right arm. Likes to pull that shirt sleeve up over the shoulder. Apparently gives him more freedom with that arm. First pitch is inside to him. 1 no strikes. Even does that when he's on the mound, as a matter of fact. Kind of pulls it up like half of a muscle shirt. Floyd setting up outside. He got it there, but just off the plate. Scoreboard reads 1-1, but the actual count 2 balls, no strikes to Benton. Graham Hurler into the line, and he delivers. That one way outside. Ball 3. Johnson has been around the plate for most of the afternoon. He's walked only 1. He did hit 1 batter. As long as Johnson stays around the plate, things will go well. This one right there at the plate, strike one on the outside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike. After Benton, Tommy Rinaldi, 0 for 2. Benton digs back in. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That's low, ball 4. So the Rams haven't done themselves any favors against the Meadowcreek Mustang leadoff batter. He's reached base 3 times in 3 trips to the plate. 2 singles and now the free pass. It's 6 o'clock and you are listening to Newton Ram Baseball on your sports leader, WGFS, Covington, Georgia. We invite you to stay with us also later on as we'll continue our sports action after this game ends. From Eastside High School, Bill Dolan brings you play-by-play. There's a swing and a liner by Rinaldi, facing into left field. Rounding second, headed for third is Benton. Johnson's throw is there, but not in time. And on the throw, Rinaldi moves up to second base. So Jarvis Johnson, instead of electing to keep the man at first, decides to throw on in, and on the throw, the man advances to second base. So Rinaldi at second, Benton at third with 1 down, and a crucial situation if the Rams hope to remain close in this game. Down by 1, but a base hit could put the Rams down by 3 and facing a pitcher who's given up only 1 hit to them so far. Joe Brassfield has called time, and they're going to intentionally pass Adam Foster here. Foster had been perfect so far. A single, and he was also hit by a pitch, and here draws the intentional pass. So Brassfield doing a little bit of strategy, hoping to set up the force. Now putting that man at first base, you've set up the force at any base, including home, and you force Benton and Rinaldi in motion on any type of ball that's hit. The only thing that's bad about it is you bring up a cleanup hitter, Matthew McMillan. Now McMillan is 0 for 2. He did reach on a fielder's choice and hit a kind of lazy pop fly to Kerry Gilstrap, center field. So Benton at third, Rinaldi at second, Foster at first. Wyatt Heck popped out to Brandon Smith, but been trouble ever since for the Rams here in the 5th. Thompson winds, and he delivers. There's a swing and a liner, and it's foul down the left field line. 0-1 to the Mustang catcher. 5 hits now for the Mustangs. No extra base hits, though, by Meadowcreek. All 5 of the singles. Of course, a single could score 1 and possibly 2 here.
Hello?
Lane Floyd gives the signal. The wind. And Jeremy Johnson delivers. There's a swing and a bouncer toward Easterday. Could be 2. They go to second. They got him there for 1 on to first. Not in time. They rule that Hires has been pulled off the first base bag. A run comes across. It'll be 3-1. That'll probably draw some protest from the Rams. Joe Brassfield out a few steps to protest, but they're going to call him safe at first base. And so 6-4 retired at second is Foster. McMillan now at first, and Meadowcreek has pushed another run across, so they're up by 2 here in the 5th, 3-1. And Kenny McMillan will try to extend this 5th inning here for the Mustangs. He's 0 for 2. Stretch. And the pitch. That's a strike called on the outside corner. I can see Johnson come back and throw strikes here. No need to get tentative after what has just taken place. The run has come across. They go to first base. Safe there. And Johnson doing just what Jeff Benton did earlier with the runner leading away from first base, using that quick move over there. Stretch. And the pitch. That's outside. 1-1 the count with 2 down. 3-1 your score. Johnson held the Mustangs hitless through the 3rd and 4th. It had 1 hit. A couple of walks also here in the 5th. Bouncer toward Brandon Smith at second. That should do it. High throw, but Hires staying on the bag for out number 3. 1 run for the Mustangs on 1 hit. No errors. 2 men left on base. And this could have been a scoreless inning, but they ruled that Hires pulled off the bag, and that's what caused that 1 run to come across for Meadowcreek. Rams trail by 2 as we go to the bottom half of inning number 5. This is Newton Ram Baseball, live on WGFS AM 1430. That was unintentional. We're back from Riverside Park at Newton High School. Head for the bottom half of inning number 5. And the Newton Rams look for a rally, trailing by 2. They go down here for their 2nd sub-region loss, only their 2nd. They would fall to 7-2, and both losses would have come at the hands of these Meadowcreek Mustangs. Of course, this one far from over. and the Rams will send their bottom third of the order to try to do some damage in the fifth. Start with Doyle Baker. He's 0 for 1. Rams, since losing to Meadowcreek, have streaked through this sub-region and at 7-1 and alone atop Region A Quad A Division B. Strike call to Doyle Baker. On the outside corner, 0-1. Jeff Benton has been fooling these Rams all afternoon. He has not struck out a single batter. He's just kept the Rams off balance all day. That off-speed pitch outside, ball one, kind of an unorthodox delivery. And usually with a pitcher like that, after the first time through the order, you solve him a little better. Well, the Rams only have one hit this time through the order. That's kind of a fluke base hit by Floyd. Baker swings and pops a high one up to right field. Right fielder fell down and may have trouble with this one. It's going to bounce in. Baker took a big turn at first base. He will scamper back to the first base bag. Falling down in right field was John Michael Betzel as he was going after that pop fly. Kind of an odd thing that you see out there. You might see after rainy conditions and see after a rain delay or raining throughout the day. But as you folks know, there hasn't been a whole lot of rain today, so Betzel just fell down under his own power out there. So Baker will reach. He's at first with no one out. Smith will take the first pitch a little bit high. The Rams have that first base runner that they need. After Smith, it's Millwood, and then they go back to the order, the Rams do, and Jarvis Johnson to try to take advantage of this base runner. Swing and pulls one foul to Smith. It's 1-1. He took a cut, probably reminiscent of the one where he hit the home run. He was taking a big cut of that pitch. Brandon Smith, diminutive stature, but swinging that big bat as he beat the Brookwood Broncos. And my understanding, I was on vacation when it took place, but it was an exciting affair and a hard hit shot. There was no doubt about it. And the folks here at Riverside Park went berserk for the extra inning win. Go to first base, and Baker is back in. Eastside Eagle Baseball Wednesday. Rams back in action against the Shiloh General Senior Night Friday. Runner fakes the steal. That curveball didn't miss by a whole lot. The Meadowcreek Mustang fans wanted the call. They didn't get it, though. 2-1. You might want to join the Rams out here for Senior Night. We hope it's not their final home game at Riverside Park, but it will be the final regular season home game here. 2-1 pitch. That's bounced towards second. Could be two. Second baseman goes to short for one to throw to first. In time. Double play. And nothing that Baker could do. He tried everything in his power to get Kenny McMillan out of the way for a bad throw to first base, but McMillan was right on target. 4-6-3 goes the double play. You got to feel bad if you're Brandon Smith because he bounced that ball straight at the second baseman, hit the ball hard, just right at him in exactly the wrong spot. The ball hit a little bit toward the second base bag, and Stubblefield already cheating that way because of Baker and the chance to steal. Millwood dealing out of the way of the first curveball. 1 ball, no strikes. Dancing out of the way, doing his little jig there at home plate. Millwood 0 for 1. Bounced out Stubblefield last time. Swings at this one, bounces it up the middle, could be trouble. Ranging is Stubblefield again. High throw, first baseman stayed on the bag. Brian Heck with a tremendous stretch down the right field line. Stretched several feet out there, and big Brian Heck bailed out as second baseman and retires the Newton Rams here. Nice play there by the Mustang. No runs, no hits, 1 error, but that man retired on a double play ball. And so the Rams still trail by 2. It's 3-1 in the fastest moving games in recent memory from Riverside Park Newton High School. We're only an hour and 10 minutes old here from Riverside Park. We'll be back, though, with more baseball action in the 6th inning after this on WGFS AM 1430.
5.
We're back from Riverside Park at Newton High School. Top half of the 6th inning. Kevin Holden bringing you play-by-play of the Rams this afternoon. Jason Whitfield taking the first pitch inside, ball 1. He has been perfect on the afternoon, a single and a walk. Mustangs hit with a 2-run lead here. Jeremy Johnson winds and deals. Strike called at the knees around the outside corner. Whitfield took an extra long look. He disagreed. 1-1. Whitfield scored one of the 3 Meadowcreek runs on a throw home. There's a swing and a high drive to left field. Going to stay up there, though, for Jarvis Johnson. Near the track, he has got it for the first out. I think perhaps on a warmer day, that ball might have gotten out of here, but the ball just kind of dying up there in the cold air. Johnson making the catch there at the track. When Whitfield first hit that ball, it looked like he hit it a ton, but it stayed way up in the air. So John Michael Betzel will step up with one down. Big close stance. His front foot is pointed almost toward Matt Easterday at shortstop. He takes the first pitch outside. The back foot in the normal spot, but he wraps that front foot way around. Walks off the inside part of the plate. Winding the delivery to him, he swings and lines one foul down the left field line. 1-1. Usually a hitter who comes up that close to the plate and stands with that close of a stance has trouble with pitches on the outside part of the plate and is covering his inability to handle those pitches. So a pitcher can take advantage of that, but on that outside offering, Betzel did a great job of fisting the ball to left field. Johnson winds and deals. Pulls this one to the second baseman, Brandon Smith, ranging, gloving, firing. They got him. Second out. 2 down for Stubblefield. Same thing with a batter who stands with an open stance. A lot of times tells you that he has trouble with inside pitches, and he's opening up his stance to compensate for the fact that he has trouble with those inside pitches. So you'll see against people with those open stances, pitchers coming inside. Of course, if a hitter's open enough, he can really turn on those inside pitches. Alan Stubblefield swinging and missing at a nasty curveball. 0-1. That was wicked from Jeremy Johnson. Pitch starting about the ribs, catching the middle of the plate. Stubblefield is 0 for 2. He gets set for the 0-1 offering. Check swings, one it rolls, foul, then back fair, then back foul again down the first baseline. Hires went ahead and took it and stepped on the bag, but it's a foul ball, 0-2. It's flying here. We're only an hour and 12 minutes into this game and already in the 6th inning. Only 5 hits from the Mustangs, only 1 from your Newton Rams. Wood setting up right down the pipe. The 0-2 pitch swung on and fisted down the left field line, but foul. Now remains 0-2. Mustangs and the Rams together, really no one getting some great swings in against either pitcher. You can tell they've both been fooled throughout the afternoon on the different offerings by both Johnson and Benton. Avoiding the close calls, that's Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430. Action for the Meadowcreek Mustangs in their bullpen. That is warming up. Inside with the fastball from Johnson. Not a bad 0-2 pitch. Taken for ball 1. Brandon Thornhill, a junior right-hander, warming up down the line. Johnson brings home the 1-2. Tried to roll in the curveball there. Inside part of the plate, but it bounced in front of home plate. Deuces wild on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Rams looking for 2 runs as they trail by 2. Here is the 2-2 offering. Popped him up left side. Easterday calling for it. Moon calling for it. He'll give way to the Rams shortstop. Matt Easterday puts away Stubblefield for out number 3. 1-2-3 go the Mustangs here in the 6th. 5.5 gone with your score 3-1. The Meadowcreek Mustangs lead the Newton Rams. This is Newton Ram Baseball, part of our high school baseball doubleheader this afternoon on WGFS AM 1430.
If you bury your...
Really, the Cowboys have even made it out here to Riverside Park and Newton High School. We heard some yee-haws down the left field line. It's Newton Ram Baseball. They trail by 2 to the Meadowcreek Mustangs here. I'm Bo. Luke will bring you the Eastside Eagle game shortly. Later on, we'll talk to Boss Hogg. Jarvis Johnson will lead it off here for the Newton Rams. He will take the first pitch a little bit up high, ball 1. Wondered what that was between innings. Ruckus being raised down the left field line. Jarvis Johnson 0 for 2. Jeff Benton, who has gone the complete way for the Mustangs and has been stellar, throws one inside, ball 2. A little upset with himself there after falling behind the leadoff man. Now Johnson can look for a pitch to drive on the 2-0 count. Here's the wind and the pitch. He finds one to drive, lines it to left center field. It's going to bounce in, and that's a hit. Second base hit for the Newton Rams, and this one in a great spot. 1 on, no 1 out, and that's a speedy man at first base. You open up a lot of options here with Johnson at first and no 1 down. Ryan Moon will step to the plate. Have a lot of different options. You have a potential stolen base here by Johnson. You have a hit-and-run play. Ryan Moon is a very good contact hitter. Can hit the ball to the right side very well. Defense has to be on its toes, anticipating many different things. Runner not going on the first pitch. Moon takes it outside, ball one. Trailing by 2, you can imagine that Newton will keep it fairly conservative, but maybe trying something. Pitcher sets up around the outside part. This one is low, ball 2, and so Jeff Benton comes out and is struggling here in the early going in the 6th. Remember, he fell behind Johnson 2-0. The only strike he has thrown this inning was laced for a base hit to center. And setting up outside, they got it there. That's a strike. 2-1. The only other base hit by the Rams in this game, Lane Floyd. He will bat after on-deck hitter Gary Gilstrap. Here it's Ryan Moon. They go to first base. Johnson is back in. That's some exciting sub-region contests for the Newton Rams this year. Close games, extra inning games, late inning comebacks. Just good baseball. Here's a swing and a bouncer. This one could be 2. Right at the second baseman, goes to short for 1, on to first. Double play. And the Rams once again hitting the ball hard, but in exactly the wrong spot, right at Allen Stubblefield, about 2 paces. Second base. So the 4-6-3 double play eliminates the base runner and 2 down and no one on. Reality starting to set in here for the Newton Rams as it's the 6th inning now with 2 down and they trail by 2. Going to need some kind of rally, or for the second time they are going to drop a game to the Meadowcreek Mustangs. Gary Gilstrap set to go. He takes a strike on the outside corner. I've got to ask a question. How are these guys 4-5 in the sub-region? They look like a great team. Well, 1 pitch, curveball missing a little bit inside. Guess they play the Newton Rams very tough. Very much like their counterparts, the Berkmar Patriots. Meadowcreek plays some of their football games at Berkmar. Berkmar has been a team that's played the Rams tough throughout the years. Gilstrap swings and lines one to center field. But in his tracks is Tommy Rinaldi. He will make the catch. That'll put away the Rams in the 6th. The leadoff single is all for naught on the 4-6-3 double play. No one left on base. 6 innings complete from Riverside Park, Newton High School. Time running out for the Newton Rams, who trail 3-1 to the Mustangs of Meadowcreek. Newton Ram baseball on the front end of our high school baseball doubleheader this afternoon on WGFS AM 1430. Top half of the 7th inning from Riverside Park at Newton High School. This is no Chicago Cubs play-by-play tandem. This is Kevin Holden bringing you play-by-play of Newton Ram baseball. Not good news, though, on the scoreboard so far. Rams haven't been able to push some runs across. The offense has been kind of punchless today. 3-1 your score. Brian Heck, first man up here for the Mustangs. Jeremy Johnson brings home the first offering low, ball 1. Heck is 0 for 2. Jeff Benton and Tommy Rinaldi on deck. They are owners of 3 of the 5 Meadowcreek Mustang hits. So it's important to get this guy out. Swing and a miss. Oh, 1-1 now the count. Good pitch in a good location there by Johnson. Jeremy Johnson has been the man the Rams have gone to all year long. Higher hitters. There's a swing and a bouncer deep in the hole. Going to be a tough play for Easterday. Long throw. Not in time. Easterday turned pretty much an impossible play into a close one, so give him credit for that, but that ball was hit in the spot where it would be tough to throw out just about anybody at first base. So Heck is there with 1 down. Jeff Benton will step up, be a pinch runner for the Mustangs at first. Running for the first baseman. Now, if you run for the catcher or for the pitcher, and of course that's a courtesy runner and be used without penalty. But if you pinch run for anybody else, you can only re-enter that player 1 time into the game. Stretch by Johnson. Benton bunting, and it's a good one. Their only play is to first base, and the Rams get the man there, but a close play. So Jeff Benton putting down the very good bunt there. 1-3 goes the sacrifice in your scorebook. Up to second base goes Brian Heck. So Meadowcreek playing good ABC baseball. They got the single, now the sacrifice. In fact, folks, to give you an idea of how these 2 pitchers are throwing and how they're fooling hitters, If you're looking for a K on the scoreboard, here in the scorebook, you'll be looking for quite a while. One does not exist. Neither Johnson nor Benton has struck out a hitter this afternoon. Tommy Rinaldi swings and taps one behind the screen foul, 0-1. Johnson has walked 3 batters, one of them intentionally. Benton has walked only 1 to make that 2, but still no strikeouts for either team. Contact game. This one bounced toward Ryan Moon at third base. He's got the runner hung up between second and third. Makes the one throw. Smith bobbles the ball. Could be a tough one. They make the throw, and out at third base is Brian Heck, and I think Brian Heck didn't realize what happened with Smith at second base because he turned and went toward third base with everything he had, and it's Ryan Moon who was responsible really for that out being made. 5-4-6 in your scorebook. Reaching on the fielder's choice is Rinaldi. I'll tell you why Moon is responsible. They tell you that in the ideal pickoff play, one throw is supposed to be made. Moon ran straight at that runner until he ran him all the way back towards second base, then flipped one to Smith. So even though Smith bobbled it, Heck had nowhere to go but to run toward third. First pitch, swinging a bouncer toward Brandon Smith. This throw in time to first. So credit Ryan Moon with keeping the man off third base and squashing the Meadowcreek rally. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on base. This is the last chance here for the Newton Rams. They trail 3-1 to the Meadowcreek Mustangs here from Riverside Park. It's Ram Baseball on WGFS AM 1430. Last time the Newton Rams and Meadowcreek Mustangs met, it came down to the very last inning. The Newton Rams went down to the Meadowcreek Mustangs. That is their only sub-region loss. Here in their second matchup from Riverside Park and Newton High School, it may come down to the last at bat. The Rams trail again by a score of 3-1. Lane Floyd, Stephen Hires, and Matt Easterday are riding the hope of Newton Ram fans and perhaps a couple of hot bats. Rams try to do it to the Mustangs here. Jeff Benton has given up only 2 hits along the way, and his first offering is high to Floyd, 1-0. Floyd has one of those 2 base hits. Single that hit the lip of the infield a few innings back. He takes one around the inside part, but it missed, 2-0. Rams just looking for a base runner that move him along. They do trail by 2, 3 outs to score 2 runs. Strike called right down the pipe with the fastball. It's 2-1. Floyd flew out to center field in his first at bat. Wind and the pitch. This one belted high and deep to left field. Going back on this ball is Whitfield, and it is a foul ball. That one close to the left field foul line. And Lane Floyd toyed with a home run to the opposite field foul pole there. But about 2 feet foul, and it got the Newton Ram fans on their feet. Lane Floyd puts a little charge into the crowd here. It's a noisy strike, though, 2-2, so he'll have to dig back in. Benton, winds, brings home the 2-2 pitch, taken up high. Full count now, 3-2. So will Floyd take? Will he be looking for the base on balls? Will he be looking for a pitch to drive? What will Benton throw? Here's the 3-2 fastball. Strike 3 called inside corner. Floyd did not think so. He heads back to the dugout, partially in disgust, flips the bat away. That is the first strikeout of this game for either team. And it's out number 1 here in the 7th. Stephen Hires digging in. If anybody reaches between Hires or Easterday, it will be Doyle Baker. He has driven in some important runs for the Rams throughout the year. Hires taking the first one up high. He doesn't have a hit this afternoon, but he's reached base twice. A walk in the second, a fielder's choice in the 4th. The 1-0 pitch to him, outside ball 2. Benton fell behind Floyd, but then got him on the fastball on the inside corner. What will he do on the 2-0 count here to Hires? Right down the pipe, strike 1. Rams trying to avoid their second sub-region loss. Still in pretty good position, but this will hurt them momentum-wise if they go down to Meadowcreek. They play Duluth Wednesday, tough team. Swinging a liner right at the third baseman. Makes the catch for the second out. Rams have hit some balls on a line today, but right at folks, and the luck has not been with them. 2 down. The last hope is Matt Easterday. If you lose here, you go to 7-2, playing 2 tough teams the rest of this week, Duluth Wednesday and Shiloh Friday. So if you don't watch, you can drop a couple of games real fast, and the Rams could be 7-4 coming out of this week. They, of course, will do their best to bounce back at Duluth. They beat the Wildcats in their last meeting. Easterday takes the first pitch for a strike on the outside corner. Credit Jeff Benton. This gutsy young man has gone the entire distance for the Mustangs, having struck out only 1, but has made the right pitches at the right times. Curveball, didn't miss by much, 1-1. After Shiloh Friday, the Rams travel to Brookwood, and then the region tournament games start. Perhaps from Riverside Park? We will see. The 1-1 pitch, again, very close, but not missing by much. 2 balls, 1 strike. Meadowcreek Mustang fans thought they had that one. The 2-1 pitch on the way to Easterday, bounced in the hole between short and third. Backhanded stop by McMillan, and the Mustangs have won the game. A gutsy performance by Jeff Benton. Retired at first as Easterday. The Rams go down 1, 2, 3 in the 7th. And in a game that took all of an hour and a half, the Mustangs quickly, efficiently, and fully disposing of the Newton Rams. Your final is 3-1. We're going to be back to wrap up the totals and highlights right after this from Riverside Park, Newton High School. This is Ram Baseball, the first half of our doubleheader on WGFS, AM 1430.
Next time you take...
Disappointment for the Newton Rams tonight from Riverside Park at Newton High School. A very quick game, an exciting game between the Rams and the Mustangs of Meadowcreek High School. But the Mustangs, for the second time in their 2 meetings of 1997, have disposed of the Newton Rams. Your final, the Mustangs beating the Rams by a score of 3-1. Your final totals: 3 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors, 6 men left on base for the Mustangs. No doubt about it, the man for the Mustangs was Jeff Benton from the leadoff spot. A sacrifice, 2 hits, a walk, a run scored. On the mound, in 7 innings pitched, he gave up only 2 hits, 1 run. You'd think he was a strikeout artist. No, he struck out only 1, but he walked only 2 and kept the ball around the plate, kept the Rams off balance throughout the afternoon, and that, of course, was a big factor in the win. Rams with a lot of flyouts in this game. You look at the scorebook, and in at least one every inning, they had 1 flyout, with the exception of the 5th, where there was a double play ground ball. For the Rams, 1 run on only the 2 hits. They played errorless baseball. That helped them out. They left 2 men on base, and again, this is the Meadowcreek Mustangs not putting Ram base runners on. Jeremy Johnson, if you have to pick a WGFS player of the game, we'll give it to Jeremy Johnson. 7 innings pitched, 3 runs, 6 hits. He walked 3, didn't strike out a man, but again, he kept the ball around the plate. Kind of a pitcher's duel here in the cold air. Game you would expect under temperatures like this, but it was the Ram offense that struggled, and that was the story of the day, because you know the Ram offense is usually how they live and die. Well, the offense became kind of punchless against Jeff Benton this afternoon, managed a kind of a fluke single in the 4th on a ball that hit the lip of the infield grass, and Jeremy Johnson had the clean base hit in the 6th, lacing one to center field. Only 2 singles, that's all the Rams could muster, and they go down here by 2 runs. And again, it comes back to offense for the Newton Rams. The middle of their order, managing only 1 base hit. They went 1 for 8 this afternoon against the Meadowcreek Mustangs. Credit the Mustangs, who even their sub-region record at 5-5, playing good, strong baseball. The Mustangs apparently take it up an extra notch when they play the Newton Rams. They must eat that extra bowl of Wheaties, because they came into the ballpark here this afternoon ready to play and focused. And under the right arm of Jeff Benton, they rode themselves to a 3-1 victory here this afternoon. The Rams fall to 7-2 in sub-region play. They'll try to do a little regrouping. They'll travel to Duluth Wednesday, take on the Wildcats of Duluth. And what Joe Brassfield is saying to the troops right now down the left field line means an awful lot, because in sub-region play, with games happening as fast as they do, 3 a week usually, you can get on a bad momentum streak just as quickly as you can get on a good momentum streak. And it's up to a coach, and it's a challenge to try to stop the bad momentum streaks from taking place. The Rams, of course, with the exception of the Meadowcreek loss the first time around, have been undefeated through the sub-region. They've been breezing through, winning games, feeling good about their chances in the playoffs, but now with the second loss, a little bit of a reality check may have set in on this Rams team. And Joe Brassfield is going to make sure his troops are ready for Duluth Wednesday and Shiloh Friday. Those are two tough cookies. We'll, of course, bring you the Shiloh broadcast live on WGFS AM 1430, 5 o'clock start here at Riverside Park at Newton High School. And we have two more Newton Ram regular season broadcasts. That Shiloh game is won. The Brookwood Broncos, we'll check that. The Rams do travel to Brookwood High School, but that game is not a broadcast game. So we'll check it, say that there will be one more regular season Newton Ram broadcast live on WGFS AM 1430. I'm thinking about the Eastside Eagles. They have two more regular season broadcasts, one of which coming up in a matter of minutes. Bill Dolan is out at Eastside High School. He'll be bringing you play-by-play of the Eagles against Elbert County. And got a rare thing going on here. We are, of course, happy to bring you play-by-play for both local high schools. The Newton Rams here in the early going, and in the nightcap of the doubleheader, it's Bill Dolan giving you Eastside Eagle play-by-play. So we are going the extra mile here in the 1997 baseball season to make sure you, the listener, and baseball fan, are informed and up to date on what's going on in your local teams. And unfortunately, the information isn't very good from Riverside Park. For a cast of thousands and our executive producer, a fine job, as always, from Brian Chrisman. Kevin Holden reporting from Riverside Park. And again, the information, not one you probably want to pass along to your friends. It's 3-1. The Rams go down to the Meadowcreek Mustangs. Stay tuned. Eastside Eagle baseball coming up in probably about 20 minutes.